had a secret ability I never told anyone about. Final part. Eugene paused. He probably could not understand why I said the exact same thing Jeannie said. He dismissed the odd feeling, assuming I was still upset. Thinking I was pouting, Eugene reached over and ruffled my hair. The wedding is only 2 days away. Do not let yourself stay unhappy. I lowered my head with a faint smile. He thought I was upset because I was jealous. What he did not know was that I no longer had the strength to feel jealous. Just then my phone lit up. A message from the wedding planner appeared on the screen. Miss Smith, we need your final confirmation of the wedding schedule tonight. Is there anything you would like to add to the ceremony? I stared at the message for a long time before lowering my head and typing back. Yes, I would like to say a few words before the ceremony begins. On the day of the wedding, I arrived at the hotel right on schedule. As the makeup artist finished my makeup, she smiled warmly. Miss Smith, you look absolutely beautiful today. I looked at my reflection in the mirror. I truly looked like a bride eagerly waiting to marry the love of her life. However, I was the only one who knew the truth. I was not there to marry Eugene. I had come to give him and Jeannie the greatest gift of their lives. The makeup artist reached for my veil, then suddenly stopped. Miss Smith, this veil. I looked up. One corner of the veil was wrinkled. There was a faint smear of lipstick on it. My fingers clenched instantly. This veil had been sewn by my mother during the final days of her life. By then she was already so weak she could barely hold a needle. Her hands shook constantly. Even so, she sat up in her hospital bed and spent an entire month carefully sewing every pearl and every tiny silk rose onto the edge of the veil. She had smiled and said, I may not be here to walk beside you down the aisle, so let this veil stand in for me and stay with you every step of the way. When you wear it, pretend Mom is still holding your hand. Not long afterward, she passed away. From that day on, I kept the veil stored in my wedding dress box. I could hardly bear to take it out, let alone touch it. Before the wedding, I sent it to the hotel ahead of time. I reminded the staff again and again to keep it stored separately. However, now it had been crumpled. It was stained with another woman's lipstick. The makeup artist looked embarrassed. Would you like me to clean it up for you? I stared at that glaring streak of red. Suddenly, even breathing hurt. After a long silence, I slowly shook my head. No, just leave it. The door opened. Eugene walked in wearing a black suit. His handsome face looked calm and gentle. If I had not already learned the truth, I probably would have fallen for him all over again. He stopped behind me and met my eyes in the mirror. Melissa, you look beautiful today. He reached out to straighten my veil. Then he gently cupped my face, his eyes overflowing with affection, and leaned in to kiss me. The moment our breaths mingled, my vision went black. Another scene appeared before my eyes. It was a private lounge. Jeannie wore my veil. Her eyes were red, and the lipstick on her lips was badly smeared. Eugene, have you lost your mind? You are marrying Melissa in an hour. Eugene lowered his head to look at her, keeping his voice low. That is why this has to be the last time. Tears rolled down Jeannie's cheeks. You say that every single time. However, every time you see me, you cannot help yourself. Eugene did not deny it. He reached up and gently wiped away her tears. Jeannie slipped her arms around his neck. As they fell together onto the sofa,